we've been doing with our radicals. So far, we haven't been able to combine them. We just kind of simplified them individually, right? We would have something like a square root of 48, and we could break that down. We could pull stuff out, correct? All right, so just do one as a recap. First one we might have something like this. Let's use the square root of 48 that I just talked about. All right, square root of 48, what's that break down into? 24 and 2. Then what? 12 and 2. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2's and 1 3, correct? So what can I bring out then? Okay, here and here. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then root 3, right? That's all we've really done with those. They were all individual ones. We did them when we had variables inside, right? If I had x to the third in here, now what else could I bring out? To bring out 1x because of the pair inside, right? And then what's left on the inside? There's 1x left over. Okay, so we did all that stuff so far. So now, what happens if I'm multiplying? What happens if I have third root of 2 times the fourth root of 5, something like that? Okay, that brings us a new option. We don't have 4 things, we only have 2. We'll get to FOIL this lesson, but all right, so here is your rule for multiplying radicals right there. If you have 2 numbers, 2 radicals, one with the number outside, one with the number inside, you essentially multiply the outsides, multiply the insides, and then simplify. Okay? You could simplify them first and then multiply, but then that's actually more work. Right? I personally would rather multiply them and then simplify, because then you have to simplify it once. Okay, so multiply the insides, multiply the outsides, then simplify as before. All right, we ready? No? All right, so multiply the outsides. What's 3 times 2? 6. Multiply the inside. What's 5 times 8? 40. Okay, that gets us to here. Can I simplify 40? Most likely. All right, so 40 breaks down into 2, 2, 2, and 5, right? Okay, so this would be 2, 2, 2, and 5. So what can I bring out? One pair of 2's, right? So I bring that out front. Then I do what to that? Multiply it by my 6. So I have 2 times 6, which is 12. What's left inside then? 10. Anything else I can do there? Nope, there's nothing else to bring out. It's just a 2 and a 5 on the inside. And I simplified out front. Okay? So that last step really didn't change anything from before, did it? Now, this is what we did last week. This is the only new part. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. Easy enough? Okay, let's look at some more here. What if I have this? 5 times 2 root 32. So only one has a radical, right? It's a whole number than a radical. Now this 5, is this inside the root? No, so technically it would be an outside number. Multiply the outsides. What's 5 times 2? 10. And then the root just kind of tags along. Can I simplify that root? Yep, 32 will be what? 5 twos. So I could bring out 2 sets of 2s. 2 times 2 is 4 times 10 is 40. How many 2s do I have left inside? Just one. 40 root 2. Okay? So that's one variety. You might get, first one we did was a radical and a radical. This one here is a whole number and a radical. Okay? What about just a root and let's go with this. Now I have a root and a root, but only one outside number, right? Multiply the outsides. What's the outsides going to be? 3. What's the inside's going to be? 24. Can we break 24 down? Yep. What's it going to be? 2, 2, 2, 3. Yep. 2, 2, 2, 3. So I can bring what out? Pair of 2s. So what am I going to have outside? 6. How about on the inside? 6. You guys still with me? Okay. Now the big thing is they have to all be square roots, or they all have to be cube roots. All right. I cannot multiply something like this. Okay. See there, they're different kinds of roots. All right. They're different kinds of roots. I cannot combine them. Now, if this becomes a third root now I can go for it. I'm good to go. Okay. So now I have the third root of what? 4 times 2 is 8. 8's going to be 3 2's, right? So then this would just be 2. Is that all right with that? All right. I'm going to give you about 6 of them to try here. Let's go 1, 4 root 3 times 5 root 10. Okay. 6 these since they're not super long. Okay, so number one, Diamond. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. What'd you get? Okay, what's 30 break down into? We can break that. Will be 3, 2, 5, right? So yeah, nothing comes out. So we're stuck right there. 20 root 30. Good. How many people got that? Okay. SB. Number 2. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. What do you get? Okay, I can break a 24 down, right? What's a 24 break down into? Okay, 2, 2, 2, and 3. So what can I bring out? Bring out a pair of 2s. So out front, I'm going to have 30 times 2, which is 60. What's left inside? 2 and 3, so 6. Good. All right, number 3. Cam. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. What's outside? Just the initial multiplication. Don't simplify it yet. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then 6 times 8 is 6 times 8? 48. Can I break 48 down? Yeah, what's that going to be? What, 4 2s and a 3? Is that what you had? So what can I bring out? Okay, I can bring 2s out. So 2 times 2 times 2 out front is going to be 8. And then 3 on the inside. All right. Foster. Number 4. Multiply the outsides. 5 times 2 is 10. Inside. 6 times 10 is 60. Okay, what's the 60 break down into? Good. All right, what can I bring out? I can bring out the 2, so that's going to leave me with the final answer of what? 20, and what's 3 times 5? 15. So let's multiply them back together and leave it. Okay? 5. Bauer. 10 root 3. Can I do that anymore? No. You got the easiest one on the page, didn't you? All right. Bauer. 6. Now I got 3 terms here, right? We got to be careful. Multiply all the outsides, multiply all the insides, though. So what's going to be on the outside? Give me the initial one, just 2. There we go, 2. And then on the inside, I have 3 times 4 times 3, which is 36. Okay, now a 36 breaks down into 2, 2, 3, 3. All right, so I can bring 2 pairs out, right? So I'm going to have 2 times 2, which is 4, times 3 is 4 times 3? 12. There we go. Questions? Who went 6 for 6? 5 for 6? Okay. So I'd say the majority of us maybe missed one, if any, right? Who feels, all right, this ain't bad. All right, let's step it up a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to FOIL in distribution with this. Okay. So I'm going to do one of each type. I wrote that backwards. It doesn't matter. I'll do one of each type, and I'm going to give you some of each type to try. All right. So if I want to distribute, I'm going to go 2 root 2 times 4 plus 3 root 6. Okay? So we'll do this one first because it's less steps. It's distribution. So can I combine what's inside there? No. You can only add things together here with roots if they have the same exact root. Okay? It's kind of like terms with an x. All right, so here I have to distribute this to here, this to here. So I take 2 root 2 times 4. What's that going to give me? 8. Yep. 8 root 2, because this would be an outside number, correct? Second one, 2 root 2 times 3 root 6. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. 2 times 3 is 6, and then root 12. All right. I can't simplify root 2, but can I simplify root 12? Absolutely. Okay. So 12 is going to be 2, 2, 3. All right, bring a pair of 2's out. So I get 8 root 2 plus 12 root 3. I heard it somewhere. Any questions? Didn't really change a whole awful lot, did it? Okay. It was just had to distribute instead for multiplication. Be careful whenever you distribute. I know a lot of people forget about the roots maybe. Like I've seen a lot of people do this, and so when they multiply this times this, I get 6 root 2 or 6 root 6. They just kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? Just make sure and multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. All right, now a FOIL, I might have 5 plus 2 root 2 times 3 plus 2 root 6. Okay, now what's FOIL stand for again? First, outside, inside, last. Good. All right, so first, 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 root 6, 10 root 6. Good. You just have outsides to multiply. Here, 2 root 2 times 3 is going to be 6 root 2. And then 2 root 2 times 2 root 6 is going to be 4 root 12. All right, let's go through here. 15 is good. Root 6, can I break that down at all? Be a 2 and a 3, but there's nothing that comes out, is there? Okay. And then 6 root 2, there's nothing to do there. How about a root 12? I can do that one. That'd be 2, 2, and 3, right? So I can bring a 2 out, making this 8 root 3. And I'm just going to copy down then. 10 root 6 plus 6 root 2 plus 8 root 3. All right. Now, one little thing, if you happen to have things with the same roots, okay, so say I FOILed something, let's say I have 5 plus 2 root 2 plus 3 root 5 plus 4 root 2. Okay, if I have that, do you have any similar roots? You do. Here and here. They're both root 2's, aren't they? Here they are. Okay? So they're both root 2's. So you kind of treat them like an x. Give me 1 second and you take a walk. You kind of treat them like an x. If you had 2x plus 4x, what would you have then? You have 6x, right? Same thing here. I can combine those. 2 and 4 is 6 root 2 plus 3 root 5. Make sense? All right. Go take a walk. Go. Back to where we were. I'm going to give you a couple examples here. All right. So I'm going to give you 2 of each type. 2 distribution, 2 FOIL. That's not good. It's distribution. That's it. Hey, however you want to remember it, I don't care. But also distribution. FOIL has two sets of parentheses. Distribution has one. Yes. 2 root 6 to each term inside. Yes. Simplify anything you can then. Yes. Okay. There you go. First two are distribution, second two are FOIL. So the first one is 2, 2, 3, and 5. So I can bring out a set of 2's. Be 16 root 15. 36 is just 6 and 6, right? All right, or 2, 2, 3, 3. All right, it's a perfect square, so I can bring out a 6. 6 times 6 is 36. That would be the first one. Okay? Second one, distribute. This is a whole number. Multiply the outsides. They're just an outside number with a root. So I have 4 times 5, which is 20. Root 2 tags along. Over here, multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. So 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. So this guy's good. 12 root 12. 12 inside breaks down to 223. So I can bring out a 2. 2 times 12 is 24. So I have 24 root 3. So I have 20 root 2 plus 24 root 3. Good. Next one, number 3. I can FOIL it. So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 3 root 6 is 12 root 6. Okay. Next one, 3 root 2 times 5 is 15 root 2. And then 3 root 2 times 3 root 6 is 9 root 12. All right, let's go through here. A root 6 is just a 2 and a 3, so nothing comes out. Root 2 is just a 2. But a 12 is going to be a 2, 2, and a 3, right? So 9 root 12 turns into 18 root 3, right? Is there anything else I can do with that one? No. So I'm just going to copy stuff down. And this is my final answer here. Okay? Last one. This is a FOIL problem as well. So here to here. 2 root 3 times 5 root 3 is going to be 10 root 9. 2 root 3 times 6 root 2. 12 root 6. Okay? 4 root 2 times 5 root 3. 20 root 6. 4 root 2 times 6 root 2. 24 root 4. Okay? So let's go back through here. 6s we can't do anything to. They're just a 2 and a 3. But a 9 is a 3 and a 3, right? So 10 times 3 is what? 30. Then over here, 24 root 4. This is going to be a 2 and a 2. 2 times 24 is 48. So that gets me to this point here. Now, I got like terms all over the place, don't I? This is a whole number. This is a whole number. This guy's a root 6. This guy's a root 6. Agreed? So what's 30 plus 48? 78. And then here, I have a root 6 and a root 6. It's the same exact root, so I can add the coefficients. 12 plus 20 is 32 root 6. Boom. Questions? Huh? 2 for 4. Anybody 4 for 4? Okay. About 3 for 4. 0 for 4? All right. So, we're going to stop right there. That's the end of the lesson. And I am going to put up your homework. Now, look at this real quick. All right, you're going to have some time to get started. And this is going to be 7-7 homework. Because this one's a little tough and a little tricky with some of the numbers and stuff, and I know like you guys weren't super confident as even we're going through the examples, I put the problems up here. Okay, I think there's 20 of them. Okay, 28, but they're pretty quick. I also put the answers. You can check yourself. That does not mean you go through and just write it down. Okay, now some of them do have variables in, but that doesn't change anything. Okay, still, if you have x squared, bring out a pair of x's. You see what I mean? Okay, so some of those do have some variables in it. least up in this section, like right through here. So there's some straight multiplication. There's a couple distribution ones in the middle, and then there's some FOIL towards the end. All right. So you got time right now. Let's get going on it. And there's the answers to verify yourself. Now,